Why do you want to fight? What are you fighting for?
No, baby, let's go. Come on.
What do you see? Power. Power is always dangerous. It attracts the worst and corrupts the best.
The season is a constant battle of dealing with success, dealing with chaos, dealing with adversity, and nobody tells you right now where each one of those things are going to hit. Discipline. The discipline is the difference. There's a whole bunch of guys in this room that are tough, smart, and love football. That's why you're here. It's been a mandate since the end of last season to make sure that no matter what, this room was filled with guys that were those three things. Because in my heart, everything is out in front of us. And it's going to be hard, fellas. I'm not saying it's going to be easy. There will be adversity. There will be challenges. None of that matters, because if we're about the stuff that we talked about and the expectations of building this football team, we will be just fine. And in fact, we'll be a hell of a lot better than just fine.
You tell me that all our great heroes are dead. Perhaps you believe it.
So I have to be willing to look inward sometimes when it's tough. And the only way you can persevere is by relying on the man next to you.
You are here for your families. You are here for your honor. You are here because you are Vikings.
Deep shot, Jefferson. Yes! Caught at the 50. He's trying to outrun the Niners to the 5. Touchdown! Number 3. Jordan Adams. It's taken away by Addison for the touchdown.
Open man, Jones, touchdown. Jefferson, that is a touchdown.
Yeah, baby, we are live. Let's go, everybody. It's Monday night. It is Monday night. We got a couple of people here in the stream right now. Let me know. Hit W's in the chat. W's in the chat if we are in here or not. Or not is fine. But today is a special edition of Inside the Zone with Mateo, so I just want to welcome y'all in. It's a little bit different today because it is live, no editing. So if I mess up, y'all get to see that. And yeah, it's a little pregame edition of Inside the Zone with Mateo, including also a recap of week 1 so far, because it's been it has been a crazy week 1 already, and hopefully we've got another good crazy game tonight with your Minnesota Vikings, with JJ McCarthy's rookie debut playing division rivals, the Chicago Bears, and Caleb Williams. I'm going to be live for the next about half an hour, and then you can go to ESPN. I believe the game's on ESPN or ABC tonight, where y'all can enjoy the game. I do not know who's on the call tonight, but I'm guessing it is Troy Aikman and Joe Buck, because that is the normal Monday Night Football crew. Today's a little look at what's going on today. We're going to be looking at the lineup for today's show. So we're going to first start it off by recapping week 1. including in that it was going to be kind of like what I learned from each team, what we all learned from each team in week 1 of the NFL. Then we're going to turn things all over to Monday Night Football. Things like injury updates, who's starting, 3 things I want to see from the Vikings, and then finally my game prediction. Y'all can, if y'all want, in the chat, put your your score predictions. Your score predictions in the chat to see. I want to see y'all who you think is winning tonight. And let's get into it. Recapping week 1 of the NFL here on Inside the Zone with Mateo. I'm not doing anything too fancy today. We're just putting up my logo. And it is all, holy cow, what are we doing? What are we doing? There we go. There we go. Nothing pretty fancy today. Actually, we could put it up here so it's a little bigger. Do we want that? I don't know. We're having fun with it here on a Monday night. But week 1 of the NFL, it's been a crazy week. Starting off Thursday in Philadelphia. Let me put up the scores here. That's what we can do. That is what we can do. That is indeed what we can do. Put up that tab. There we go. Week 1 of the NFL was a pretty darn crazy one. And there we go. Come on. Come on. There we go. Let me zoom in for y'all. We're at 75 zoom. What are we doing? Hopefully y'all can see that pretty good today. Hey, it's a live stream, y'all. The struggle is real. The struggle is actually so real. And as you can see the Cowboys. I mean, you probably all know who's won, but I'm just giving you kind of my reaction to it. The Cowboys, man, the Cowboys had so many chances to close that game out, to come from behind, to make a statement on the NFL saying, hey, I don't care if we got rid of Micah Parsons. We can still beat the Super Bowl champs who just didn't look like the Super Bowl champs. I know Jalen Carter got ejected early. 6 seconds into the game was actually stupid. I don't know why we're spitting on Dak Prescott, but I guess we're spitting on Dak Prescott now. And then, he gets ejected 6 seconds into the game. That was just crazy. You got the 1.5-hour rain delay. The game was going on until like 1:30 a.m. in Philadelphia. It was absolutely crazy. But the Eagles squeak out with the dub. CeeDee Lamb, I mean, they were just chucking the ball to CeeDee Lamb at the end of the game there. But it was this week. Every game has been a week 1 game. People are getting back into the groove, and I'm expecting a probably slow start tonight, Monday Night Football. The lights are shining bright. These teams got younger quarterbacks, and so I think it's going to be a slower start, at least for the first quarter. And that's what we've seen a lot of these teams so far. But we'll see what happens with the Vikings and the Bears later on tonight. And in just about 45-ish minutes from now, that will be kickoff. From Soldier Field in Chicago. But something I learned from the Cowboys this week was their defense is okay. I learned actually 2 things. Their defense, number one, is their defense surprised me. They took away Micah Parsons. There's basically a bunch of no names on that defense, but they limit the Eagles. Now the Eagles were not playing their best. A.J. Brown had 1 catch, right? 1 target. But credit to the Cowboys defense without Micah Parsons, as he is now with the Packers. But congratulations to that defense, and I'm going to give them some respect. We'll see what happens next week. Who do they play next week? We can take a peek here. They're playing. They're playing the Giants. So they could easily beat the Giants. The Giants look awful as they lost to a division team yesterday to the Commanders, as you can see down there. They lost 21-6 against the Commanders. But the Cowboys defense has a strong strong benefit. They're playing a worse team, and we'll kind of see what happens unless they completely fall apart, which I could definitely see as well. It could be just both teams were not playing good, and the score is too close. Because that's what Eagles fans are saying. They're saying, hey, both teams were playing bad. The score was too close just because it's the first week of the NFL. But hey, credit to the Cowboys. And then my second thing I learned from the Cowboys, though, is George Pickens was a heck of a good pickup in the offseason. George Pickens looks pretty darn good coming over from the Steelers. He looks just comfortable at that wide receiver 2. I never really liked him at that wide receiver 1 in Pittsburgh, but he looks really good at that wide receiver 2. He's getting the not the best corner on their opposing team. CeeDee Lamb's getting the best corner. So he's getting a little more space. He looked great. He looked great on Thursday night. So those are my 2 things I learned from the Cowboys. The one thing I learned from the Eagles was Jalen Hurts could be considered a top 7, a top 8 quarterback in the NFL. He was, credit to the Cowboys could stop everybody except Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts was just balling on Thursday night. He was running, he was throwing. Dude, he ran so much. I think he had more rushing yards than some starting running backs this week. He was going crazy. He was passing the ball well. He has that cannon of an arm. He can dump things out short to Saquon. He can use that space. He can run into the end zone. He was a problem for the Cowboys defense, and I think he's going to be a problem for the Chiefs next week and many teams to come. That is a hot take, a top 7, top 8 quarterback. A lot of people disrespect Jalen Hurts. He's the Super Bowl MVP for a reason, and he proved everybody right there because, man, oh man, Jalen Hurts is a very darn good football player, and I was kind of surprised by how good he played in week 1 of the NFL. A sub takeaway is where the heck was AJ Brown? 1 catch for my fantasy. It was awful. Had a point. 1 target, 1 catch for 6 yards or something like that. AJ Brown, you got to be more involved. But other than that, Eagles played a pretty darn good game. Their O-line was a little interesting at sometimes, but again, it's week 1 of the NFL, and the most important thing is they are 1-0 to start the season. Moving on to the Friday game in São Paulo, Brazil. The Chargers beat the Chiefs, and man, oh man, did Mahomes' magic almost work again. They almost pulled off that win, but their defense kind of choked. And Justin Herbert was playing a very good game. He was balling as well. We got some good quarterbacks balling, running out. We ran for 20 yards to end the game. But my main takeaway for the Chiefs here is that I had no idea what their defense is doing, and that's not the takeaway. The whole takeaway is their team looks confused. Other than Mahomes, their team looks confused. Travis Kelce, why? Why are you running with your head down and you run into Xavier Worthy, who then dislocates his shoulder? He's going to be out. You already don't have Rashee Rice for 6 weeks because of his speeding or whatever. And then he's running down, bumps into Xavier Worthy. They're both running. Why the heck? He just looks so confused. He had maybe 2 catches. Yeah, he had a touchdown for 30 yards, but he just looked confused, and then their defense looked confused. The defense didn't know what to do. They just looked so sloppy. They were getting outrun. They were leaving guys open. There were multiple plays where the Chargers receivers were wide open. There was nobody around them for 5 or 6 or 7 yards. And I was just blown away by the Chiefs made it to the Super Bowl last year. I do not think they were the best team last year. I do not think they were a top 5 team last year. They somehow made it to the playoffs. They got super lucky. They should have been 10-7 or 9-8 because they were so darn lucky. They make it to the Super Bowl. They don't even really lose that many players, and they just look confused. Then the Chargers, one takeaway for that, Justin Herbert. Again, Jalen Hurts and Justin Herbert may be the 2 most disrespected quarterbacks in the NFL. He proved everybody wrong. He had a phenomenal game. Congratulations to Justin Herbert. I'm going to start moving a little quicker because we got a lot of games to get to, and we got to preview the Vikings all in 30 minutes. Colts, Dolphins, holy cow. So, this has been such a crazy week that I have to keep talking about it. More to come on Inside the Zone with Mateo. Episode coming out Thursday. I'm not posting a video, by the way, on tomorrow, Tuesday, on my normal day, just because I got school. I'm doing this today. So I'm doing 2 or 3 episodes a week. Not doing it Tuesday, not doing it Wednesday. I'm doing it Thursday afternoon or morning if I get some school done. But yeah, Inside the Zone with Mateo, NFL preview week 2, and maybe a little more recap coming out on Thursday. But the Colts, Indiana Jones, they're calling because they're in Indianapolis, right? Indiana. You put in Daniel Jones. Man, oh man, did he look flipping good. Holy cow. Daniel Jones was literally... So we got 3 quarterbacks who have been disrespected. Now, I know this could definitely be a one-time thing because the Dolphins, I don't know. Dolphins looked good. Okay, Dolphins did not look good. Dolphins looked on paper coming into the season a top 15 defense. That's the top half of the league. They looked pretty good. They got Mika Fitzpatrick. They did lose Jalen Ramsey, but they added some pieces on the D-line. They added some linebackers. They looked really good to start the season, and they absolutely get crushed by Jonathan Taylor and Indiana Jones. Indiana Jones, congratulations. You're my takeaway. What a guy. Like, what if the Vikings would have had him instead of Sam Darnold? I think we would have maybe even won a playoff game. To be honest, I think Daniel Jones might have known what to do more than Sam Darnold. We'll get to it in a second. But Daniel Jones, yeah, you're my takeaway. What a game. That's 3 quarterbacks being disrespected who proved today. Now, could he go back to being old Daniel Jones? Yes, he could. But I'm just saying, what a standout by Daniel Jones. And then the Dolphins, what the heck are you doing? What the heck are you doing? Like, there is no reason for you to lose this bad to a Colts team that isn't very good. They're not very good, y'all. They are not very good. The Colts, that is. And the Dolphins, you have Tyreek, you have Jalen Waddle, you have Tua, you have Devon Achane and company. You got to score at least 21 points with that offense. Their defense kind of choked. And, it's Tua. Dude, Tua's my takeaway. Like, I know it's quarterbacks, but quarterbacks are so important. Quarterbacks are so important in this game, as I'm going to talk about in a second with another team. Tua, you can't be throwing that many interceptions. And, it's just things aren't looking good in Miami after 1 week of football. The Steelers and the Jets was by far the best game of the early slate of the NFL. Going back and forth, and Aaron Rodgers gets the W. Aaron Rodgers, man, he can still ball at the age of almost 41. You're my takeaway, Aaron Rodgers. I'm moving faster. We gotta get through this. And then the Jets being able to put that many points on a top 10 defense in the NFL, that is crazy. Congratulations to Justin Fields. And Jets overall, maybe you'll have a 5-win season instead of a 3-win season. But we will see. Hey, the Steelers, you got to fix your defense because people thought coming into this season you were a top 10 defense. Giving up 32 points to the Jets. I know it's week 1, but still, look, you got something to prove next week in your game. Let's skip over the Jaguars and Panthers. There's nothing to talk about. Those teams are awful. How did Travis Hunter do? I literally have got no clue. I don't even know if... Hold on. Player stats. I need Jaggies. Travis Hunter, 6 catches, 33 yards. Had one assisted tackle on defense. Okay. And then the Panthers with Ted McMillan had 5 catches for 68 yards, no touchdowns. Like, it was such a terrible game. And they had such a long rain delay as well. We're going to skip over this game too. I'm surprised the Saints had that. Like, the Cardinals, y'all should have done better. Jaden Daniels looked good. Deebo Samuel looked good. I don't know where Terry Scary was, but hey, the Giants, y'all suck. The Bengals, again, like, bro, what are you doing with that offense? You're only scoring 17 points against the Browns. Chill out, my dudes. Browns, congratulations to almost beating the Bengals. That's kind of crazy. I'm coming back to this side. Cameron Ward in his rookie debut looked kind of good. I was listening to somebody this morning on the way to my co-op. They said Cam Ward did a good game. Here we go. Here's Cameron Ward. He went 12 of 28, 112 yards. That's it. Come on, bro. Y'all got to be better than that. And then Bo Nix. He just looks like he's like throwing the football. But the Broncos defense did look good. They went crazy in fantasy for those players. And congratulations to the Broncos on starting the season 1-0. It's been a sloppy week, though. The Raiders, Ashton Jenny gets his first touchdown of his career. Brock Bowers looked good. Drake May looked awful. And Geno Smith looked good. Pete Carroll starts the Raiders 1-0. 49ers, it was kind of a weird game. Sam Darnold looked bad. Brock Purdy looked bad. George Kittle got hurt. Here's some updates, though, on George Kittle. George Kittle has a hamstring injury. He will be out for a couple weeks. And then Brock Purdy is also injured. He is questionable for next game. He has a toe and shoulder injury, so we don't know about that. But man, oh man, the Buccaneers game was crazy. Back and forth. And then Younghoe Koo misses the go-ahead. No, the tying foot. Okay, so first, hold on. Let me back it up. The Buccaneers down by, I don't remember how many points. I could do the math. They were down by 3 points. It was 2017 with 50 seconds left. They drive down the field. They score a touchdown, and then their kicker misses the extra point. So it's a 3-point game. And then Younghoe Koo misses the game-tying, 44-yard field goal. Dude, he hits them from 50 all the time, and then it was going back and forth. It was a crazy game. Good game. That was such a good game. That one and the Steelers game were the best games of the early slate. But man, oh man, the most shocking game. Whew. I'm skipping over the Rams. The Packers absolutely destroy the Lions. Do the Lions actually take that big of a step back? That is absolutely crazy if they do. This Packers defense with Micah Parsons looks phenomenal. Jordan Love trying to get into top 10 quarterback contention. I think he's in the top 15 right now. And then you got the Sunday night football game. If any of y'all watched that game, man, oh man, it was good. Oh my goodness, go watch the highlights. As you can see, 21 minutes of highlights on YouTube. Go watch them if you haven't seen it. It was absolutely crazy. The Ravens were destroying the Bills. It was 40-25. And then Josh Allen proves why he is an MVP. He gains my trust as a quarterback. Man, oh man, he doesn't even have that many weapons. His best receivers, Khalil Shakir and Keon Coleman. My goodness, he drives down the field, and then they don't even have timeouts left. They had 17 seconds. They rush the field goal unit. They get the snap off with 2 seconds left, and he hits the game-winning field goal. What a game. Go watch the highlights, and I hope we have a good game tonight here Monday Night Football, because that's the final game of Week 1 of the NFL. How's my audio, by the way, y'all? How's my audio? Let me know. I'm not trying to scream as much, but hey, sometimes you gotta scream. By the way, I will try to keep this video up if y'all are people aren't missing it or you have to leave for dinner or whatever. I will try to keep this video up on my channel so y'all can watch it some other time. But yeah, that was Week 1 preview. I guess we don't really have that much time anymore. Those were kind of and then one thing I learned from the Ravens, by the way, is their defense needs to tighten up, just so you know. Okay. And Josh Allen gave to respect as an MVP. We are going to move on to the injury updates quick. This is not going to take very long. I think we can actually stop sharing this screen. Yep, we can. And we can put this screen back on. Oh, shoot. Never mind. There we go. Yeah. Okay, good. I just wanted the picture of that. I didn't want the video to play again. But the injury report for the Vikings are looking like this. Harrison Smith is going to be inactive for today. Christian Darrisaw is going to be inactive for today. The big blow for the Bears, TJ Edwards and Jalen Johnson and Kyler Gordon are going to be out. So their secondary is hurting. That means y'all probably know who I'm going for to win this game. If their secondary is awful, they're going to have nobody to guard Justin Jefferson. Yeah, you probably guess who I'm picking in this game. But other than that, yeah, Hitman Harrison Smith. I'm not worried about that. We have some good safeties in Metellus and Jackson. I think they can take it over, especially against this Bears team. I'm not scared of them at all. Yeah, Christian Darrisaw won't play, but he missed the whole season, and we were fine with Sam Darnold. I'm trusting JJ McCarthy way too much, but it is what it is. And by the way, Peyton and Eli, they are doing it, boys. Peyton and Eli, first of the season, they are live. They sometimes don't do the first game of the year on Monday Night Football, but they are sure doing it. You can watch it on ESPN too. I love Peyton and Eli. They're hilarious men. who know the game super well. So that's a quick injury report here on Inside the Zone with Mateo. Now, lastly, before we get to my predictions, it's going to be 3 things I want to see from your Minnesota Vikings in their week 1 game. Okay? 3 things. There are 3 simple things I want to see the Minnesota Vikings do in this game. The first one is this. I would like to see the Minnesota Vikings. Holy cow. We just had a trade. Holy cow. Oh my. Uh-oh. Oh my. Oh my goodness. That is shocking. Hold on. We got to hit the music, boys. Hold on. Hold on. We got a trade. We've got a trade. Adam Schefter, way to ruin my show. Way to ruin my show. Here we go. Hit the music. You know what it is. Hit it. Let's go. What do we do? Oh my gosh, bro. Come on. All right. It's fine, y'all. You don't care about the music. I like it. Y'all don't like it, but we do have a trade. And it involves who? It involves the Philadelphia Eagles and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Jaguars are sending running back Tank Bigsby to the Philadelphia Eagles in exchange for a 2026 5th-round and 6th-round pick, according to Adam Schefter. Man, Tank Bigsby has been on so many people's fantasy lineups I have seen. Going into the season, we thought Travis Etienne and Tank Bigsby were going to be like a split duo. I just traded Travis Etienne on one of my fantasy teams because I thought Tank Bigsby was going to take over. And so, yeah, that kind of ruined stuff for me. But, yeah, what a trade. And now Saquon has a very good backup. Is that a hint that maybe he's hurt? Maybe. But Tank Bigsby, what a pickup. That is kind of confusing, though, for Eagles because you have Saquon. Maybe he is hurt. We'll see. We'll see if we can get more info on that. But I got to go back to my 3 things. My 3 things that I want to see for the Vikings today in their opener against the Chicago Bears. Number 1, it's pretty simple. Run the ball. If you can run the ball, you can have 7 to 8 minute drives. Maybe even a 6-7 minute drive. Y'all know I had to put it in. Y'all know I had to put it in. But if y'all run the ball, y'all have 2 very, very good running backs. You got Aaron Jones and Jordan Mason. I need Jordan Mason to do well for my fantasy as well, by the way. Jordan Mason was basically the starting running back. Christian McCaffrey was out the entire season for the 49ers. He looked good, and he's young. Then you got the old veteran in Aaron Jones. If you run, you take all the pressure away from J.J. McCarthy, and then you can mix in the play action, which in college, J.J. McCarthy was very, very good at the play action pass and completed his throws on that. So, A, get those running backs involved because we have 2 good running backs, but also J.J. McCarthy is very good with play action. So then you can mix in the play action if you're running all the time. So then people might be fooled. That's number 1. Number 2, I need the defense. I need the defense to prove that they are a top 5 defense because they proved themselves last year that they were a top 5 defense. And we added people. They added Jared Allen from the Commanders. They added Javon Hargrave and company. Now we are a little thin at corner, but luckily the Bears have DJ Moore, and that's it. They got not really anybody in the receiving corps for Caleb Williams to throw to. You got to watch out for Cole Kmet, the tight end. But anyway, than that, y'all, bro, like, this team is not very scary offensively. But they could, because we have Ben Johnson now as their quarterback. His head coaching debut. Ben Johnson from he was the Lions offensive coordinator. We see how bad the Lions are now without that coordinator. Well, now he's with the Bears, and we'll see if he can turn them into a Lions type of offense, which Caleb Williams. But I need that defense. I want that defense. 2 interceptions or fumbles or some turnover. I want the defense to have at least 2 turnovers and solidify that top 5 defense in the NFL. And finally, it's probably pretty obvious. I need J.J. McCarthy to prove everybody wrong. I need him to look so confident, so chill, that he just feels like he belongs there and he's worthy of taking this team to the Super Bowl, or at least in the playoffs. I would need glimpses of what is to come. I need to see that arm strength. I need to see him scramble. I need to see him be that type of quarterback like Jalen Hurts was on Thursday night, or Justin Herbert that was on Friday night. Now, maybe not with those stats, but at least the looks of him, his mentality is trying to do those things. And I just need him to be comfortable. I don't want him forcing things. I need him to play smart. I just want to see J.J. McCarthy be a great player and a good future quarterback, a franchise quarterback for your Minnesota Vikings. And with that, that is going to lead to my game predictions. And y'all probably know who I'm going with. I'm going with the purple and gold, the Skull Vikings. Skull Vikings, everybody. My score prediction, I don't think it's going to be close. I do not think it's going to be close. Giving the Vikings at 35 points and the Bears at 17. 35-17, and the Minnesota Vikings will win on Monday Night Football. J.J. McCarthy has 3 touchdowns. Jordan Mason has a touchdown. Aaron Jones has a touchdown. Jefferson has a touchdown. Thielen has a touchdown. Maybe Jettis has 2 touchdowns. I don't know. Maybe Hawkinson has a touchdown. I need the defense. I want the defense. I think they're going to have at least 2+ turnovers. They had a turnover every single game, including the playoffs last year. And Brian Flores, come on, boy. Come on. Kevin O'Connell, let's go. Let's hype them up. I believe the Vikings. I believe in them this year. I do think they could. As I said, a 10-7 team in my predictions that you could watch, like after this if you want. But also, I could see them going 13-3, 13-4, 14-3, 12-5. I could see them competing with the Packers for the division crown. But it matters all on J.J. McCarthy, and I need to see how J.J. McCarthy plays today. Because if he's a bust, bro, man, oh man. If J.J. McCarthy's a bust, we ain't doing anything this year. I'm going to leave it there with y'all. Join ESPN ABC to watch the game. I will come out Thursday with my next episode on Inside the Zone with Mateo. I hope y'all enjoyed today's episode. Yeah, thanks for watching this stream. Have a wonderful day. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, turn the notification bell on. Have a wonderful day. God bless. Don't forget to keep him first. Enjoy the football game, boys. Let's go.